Good evening. It is a pleasure to be here to welcome you to the Kennedy Center and our celebration of two monumental anniversaries, the 25th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act and the 40th anniversary of VSA, which we have cleverly rolled into one awesome event. So here at the Kennedy Center, we have nightly performances through July 26th, and we have art exhibitions throughout the building, which I hope you'll go see after the performance is over. Not during the performance, after the performance, you go see the art exhibits, okay? Just checking. And those are open until August the 2nd. Also at the Smithsonian, at the National Museum of American History, they are hosting Festival ADA 25 Years of Disability and Civil Rights, which starts on Friday, July 24th. These events celebrate the contributions that people with disabilities, the advocates and leaders, and the artists and educators among us have made to our collective art and culture. Now you can get a complete schedule up at the information desk in the Hall of States, and you can check the schedule online at www.2540celebration.com. And if you're so inclined, we'd love it if you would tweet, post, and Instagram your hashtag 2540celebration experience. Now our social media team is giving away 10 free tickets to the invitation-only celebration in the concert hall on July 26th. To hear the two-time Grammy Award-winning jazz vocalist Diane Shore. So if you'd like to win those tickets, you have to take a photo of yourself somewhere here at the Kennedy Center in front of one of our art exhibits and tag us on social media. So to set us up and give you a little bit of context for what we're doing with 2540, I'd like to introduce you to a good friend and colleague and a member of the VSA Advisory Board, Day Al-Mohammed.
Y'all are just being polite. I know you're being polite because you have no idea who I am, so I'm okay with that. So to start with, I think one of the things Betty asked was to provide context. And I know you guys are here to see a performance. So one of the biggest things is when we're talking about rights. One of the big themes this year is disability rights are civil rights. And when we talk about context, we're talking about marches, we think of protests, we think of blocking buses, we think of people climbing the stairs of the Capitol, tear gas, riots, anger, fear. You know what? That's still going on. You know, it was a challenge, and people rose to the challenge. But when we think about rights now, like I said, you think about how much has changed, how much more access there is, how many more rights people have, and then we think about how much things have not changed. And I think that's one of the things that we all feel when it comes to rights. It's something you see on television, you see outside your front door, and we all live every day. But I actually want to call on a favorite quote of mine, which is actually from one of Brother Ali's pieces. It's Letter to My Countrymen. And he talks about beautiful ideals and amazing flaws. You got to care enough to give a testament. And so here we are in the Kennedy Center, in our nation's capital. This is the home to politics. This is home to the system. This is home to the man. But tonight, what Ali's going to do is he's going to do what artists and musicians have done for years. He's going to give a testament. It was artists and musicians who dream about that better future. It is what happened at Selma. It is what happened at Stonewall. It is what happened at Seneca Falls. It is what happened at San Francisco for people with disabilities. People gave testament. So one of the things I think that comes from the work that he does, and that's one of the things I think that I hope that you hear, and that what's so important, is to be a truth sayer. Speak truth to power. Truth. And I think I just want to finish with, yes, I'm going to keep quoting him because I just love the words from that. And I still believe in what a driven few can really do. So I hope when you're done tonight, you will go out. And whether it's women's issues, race issues, when it comes to being an activist, because this is your life, our life, it doesn't matter. Disability, all of it. It is about truth. And that's what I hope you guys are here to be a part of today and to listen to today. So I am very proud to speak before and to introduce you to Brother Ali. Thank you.
put pen to paper the first time when I was barely 8 or maybe 9. That was the late 80s. Reagan time, put in the freshest tape, rewinds. Wait, let me take my time. The entire landscape of that blank page was mine. Created space to climb inside, escape the crazy times. Reshape the climate, break it down, that was my frame of mind. Thank the divine great designing this as my sacred shrine. I made myself a place to shine. Wait, let me spray this rhyme. When I was 13, I met KRS. He put me on the stage, suggested I read up on Malcolm X. Y'all know the rest. So much pushing down on my chest. Both my folks got laid to rest. Loved ones wishing me all the best. I'm a ball of stress, yet I digress. I spit my every hopeless dream and mind-spoken secrets. You hear it flowing through your speakers in my old releases. My fan base began to grow beneath and crowd around me. I never tiptoe around here, cry, I lit it loud and shyly. Next program, the voice profiled me and the sponsors dropped me. Some of my listeners fell away, so they no longer got me. I knew that telling that truth is costly, no one alive can stop me. I rode that flag out on the ground and prostrated my body. This is more than music to me. This is ancestors speaking through me at the tomb of Rumi. My mic's a rifle, I'm honor bound to fire my weapon truly. Whether they cheer me, boo, salute me, or just shoot me, let it be known. My whole life I break that cycle, set it in stone. I'd still rather be known as a man that stand on my own, rather than begging the throne. Cold, you know I still honor my own code that go down to the bone. We just want to get it on, shooting at the devil with a megaphone till we dead and gone. Blown. Do you feel good in here tonight? Say yes, I do. Do you feel good in here tonight? Say yes, I do. All right. Thank you. I'm Brother Ali. We came from Minneapolis, and we're very happy to be here. Thank you for coming to join us this evening. You know me, you know I love my family, love my God. From a new either, I love my art. Married to the pen till death do us part. Rock hard with all my heart. God is on the avant-garde. Probably cause I'm all off the chart. Only thing poppy about me, well, my Puerto Rican mommy called me when she, and around me is all I let y'all see. I believe I rock it properly. Obviously, a lot of y'all agree. Remind me what you think is Stop Ali. Only me as far as I can see. 9-3 of my philosophy. By BTP, it applies to me. 2, I'm just a guy to lead a crew. That need the true people that believe in you. Hold you down and do what they need to do. Street preacher, say you don't believe in these people. Teacher, me neither. He who follow his dream is team leader. Freedom fighter meets the peacekeeper. See me creeping up in the pulpit. Full fit to speak to the people. Man, I suggest you just believe, dude. Everything you speak on really true. He's proved he would never mislead you. Treat you as nothing less than equal. That's why they call me Brother Ali too. The feeling always seem to bleed through. No pain, I get it into the beat through. No kidding, I'm in everything we do. Rap people, so see-through. They don't like the hoops, they gotta leave too. So they turn on each other like we do. Put your hands up, please, let me see you. Came here to turn the party out. Y'all know just what I'm all about. We going down without a doubt. There's somebody out here holler out. Turn the party out. Y'all know just what I'm all about. We going down without a doubt. Let me hear somebody out here holler out. The disc jockey tonight name is Last Word. Show your love, make some noise please for Last Word, the disc jockey. In the name of God, in the name of good, in the name of myself. Y'all don't even know what you're looking at. Rap lost his soul and they took it back. They call me a legend because of that. In the flesh and you know how you should react. Shouting every word out, whatever you heard out. The party getting turned up and turned out. Fire in the belly that can never be burned out. Some these tight-ass rappers should learn about. Wait! In the name of the late, great idea, they'll never forget you long as I'm here. I came out of the layer of the rhyme sayers. Forever know you're going with my tears. Forever keep your moms in my prayers. Still rocking it hard with my peers. Atmosphere, LP, A-side, living legends, mercy and sages. Ripping down stages. Had a couple babies and they got famous. They're scared to name us so they don't claim us. Hold it! In the name of the legends like Chuck D.
Brothers and sisters, Brother Ali.
Yeah, every single that I ever had became a big brother that I never had. Even Rakim rolled out the welcome mat. You can ask Dr. Cornel West, in fact.
My dear brother
Sounding like Cornel would. Yes, and I'm here with him. I was keeping real with him. If the people suffering, then I would go to jail for them. Great. True. They say I got a little too political. Let me tell them why Last Word let it go. How you love hip-hop radiant if you don't love the people that created it? And if you ever loved your friend, you know you can't stand to see him suffering. I declare war on lovelessness, whether it's with the people or the government. Put me in a jail or bury me under bed. That's how crucial I think justice is. Just can't party with y'all. We gon' get it started for sure. Not a king or a sucker or a soldier or a prophet. Being myself is all I ever wanted. That's none other than your brother. Even if I gotta die, I go to jail for you. All the people in the house and the girls and boys. Somebody in here make a little noise. All right. All right. We want to be together as much as possible. So if we can hear our voices together, I can't see you, I can only hear you. That's all. So if we can have some help. Have mercy, my Lord. I'm just trying to walk to the corner store. The brown and blue armies are always at war. What on earth they want harm me for? I don't know. Have mercy, my Lord. I'm just trying to walk to the corner store. The brown and blue armies are always at war. What on earth they want harm me for? I'm home. Yes, Lord. Don't stop and keep on till the break of dawn. Rock, rock hard. You don't quit. Say, hey, hey, hey. We saying doctor, don't get it mistaken. We carve life out when we sit in the basement. We're self-taught. It's as real as you make it. Anyway, you... Ever since day number one, it's just me and where I'm coming from. Rites of passage and shadows on the sun. My people, I stand before you as a man with more trueness. He knows what to do with. Give it all to you long as you can promise me this. When it's time, you'll ball up your fist like his. Where we filling all the gaps in. Proud of what we make regardless what happens. I ain't Michael Jackson, y'all, I'm off key. One thing they should never do is sing off key. Cause listen, sucker, there ain't nothing rougher than trying to climb from the rug you're getting swept under. I run through every one of your blunders. Mistake number one is that your crew don't love you. I take a bullet for the core rhyme, say it.
Me and last words, touring the nation.
I spit with an intensity you have to litness. Look close, my blood's on the back of your tickets. It's that religious, it's what I teach my son. How to read the Quran and put him up, y'all. We saying doctor, don't get it mistaken. We carve life out when we sit in the basement. We're self-taught, it's as real as you make it. Any way you look at it, this thing is amazing. Doctor, don't get it mistaken. We carve life out when we sit in the basement. We're self-taught. It's as real as you make it. Any way you look at it, this thing is amazing. Yes! Do you feel good in here tonight? Say, yes, I do. Do you feel good in here tonight? Sign, yes, I do. We want more, we want more, we want more, my man, and I'm back to demand we get. We want, we need, party people want, everybody want more, Drew. We saying more, we want, we need, party people want more, y'all. We want, we need, we want, hey, hey, hey. I stand here naked as the day I was born, face to the dawn and my faith in the song. Blood soaking the pages, I painted them on. None of y'all are taking my place when I'm gone. Pure, raw, uncut. Who you think won what? We gon' show these little mutts exactly what's what. Brother Ali, vow solemnly not to die while the music is still inside of me. Got to be allowed to breathe. Gotta let it out at least enough to let the monster flee. Want more than what they're offering me. Songs that make me feel like I'm already free. Rebel in my own right. Y'all don't wanna write or think or speak a rhyme standing next to me. When the game needed, I'm exactly what it needs. Soul in the speech, let it go, let it be. We want, we need more. We want more, party people want more. Yes, they do. We want, we need, we want more and more and more. We want more. We want, we need. Party people want more, y'all. We want, we need, we want. Hey, hey, we say the truth is here, the truth is here. Truth is here, the truth is here. Truth is here, the truth is here. Truth is here, the truth is. Let's go! Let me say right now, let's put number 2 in the sky like this right now. Lord. Oh my God now. Live in 2 worlds with your eyes closed. Tiptoeing on a giant road. Holding on for survival. Nobody to blame. Rich sit frozen. Minnesota, chip on the shoulder. 6 sleeping on a pissy sofa. Unwanted visitor in a different culture. Missing home, they can't go, they civil warring. Listen, soldier, forget getting over prison, sit around the corner. Homelessness even closer. Kids with similar skin colors still don't want you. Spitting and soldier, they've been here longer. You leave the crib, it's guaranteed the pigs approach you. Where you going, where you from, any weapons on you. Your family is stressed out, you're getting older. You don't live the way they did back in Somalia. Extra difficult to be a daughter, trying to keep it modest. Sin is all around you. Wear the wrong garment, your parents catch your ulcer. You pick it up because you're number 2 in here. Put your number 2s in here. Live in 2 worlds with your eyes closed. Tiptoeing on a tightrope, holding on for survival. Nobody to blame, it's just how it goes. Live in 2 worlds with your eyes closed. Tiptoeing on a tightrope, holding on for survival. Nobody to blame. Daddy was a preacher, mama was a Sunday school teacher, big brother football squad leader. Far be it for you to disappoint or displease them. You're just being what you feel you seeing. That mirror every time you peer in. Swallow the tears inside that empty feeling. A boy terrified to let the world in. He has girlfriends but doesn't want a girlfriend. He retreats inside himself where he lived. Life itself in secret. Daddy said people go to hell for being what he is, and he certainly believes him. Cause there ain't no frame that could blaze enough to Trump being hated for the way you love. Cry yourself to sleep and hate waking up. It's a cold world, y'all, shame on us. Live in 2 worlds with your eyes closed. Tiptoeing on a tightrope, holding on for survival. Nobody to blame, it's just how it goes. Live in 2 worlds with your eyes closed. Tiptoeing on a tightrope, holding on for survival. Nobody to blame, it's just how it goes. Thank you. Feel free to clap your hands if you think you can keep on the beat. It's very easy. It's not complicated. It's called going through it. They say that the cancer's eating his body up. Barely 20 and already running out of love. Every morning they shot him up with a pile of drugs. Ain't been able to concentrate in about a month. In college with the full sports scholarship. First in the family with that exact accomplishment. Mama spent a young life caught up in a gig for an environment to raise a child up in. He told me most people never live. He said that death is liberating if you just submit. Every second is a gift and our denial is deceiving. Most don't even believe it till the moment that they're leaving. So please, Uncle Ali, don't you dare cry for me. You don't know nobody partly as alive as me. My eyes finally open wide enough to see all the sacred vibrations surrounding me. It ain't the medication talking, I'm not crazy. I already done started walking, y'all can't save me. It's the best gift God ever gave me. All this pouring out of my homegirl's baby. My people are going through it. And my family going through it. My loved ones going through it. I don't see how they do it. My people are going through it. And my family going through it. My loved ones going through it. I don't see how they do it. She got off all the drugs that she did. It's borderline amazing that she lived. Husband and a couple healthy kids, feeling guilty for the ones that never made it through them years. But she said, detoxing ain't the worst case. It's only so long that the physical hurt stays. Once you get them out your system, now you're forced to revisit all the reasons that you did them in the first place. They don't leave. You may try to evacuate, so you skate. Go ahead and hit that. You straight. If you make it back for it's too late, surprise guess who's waiting right there for you when you get back. It's been years since the last hit of anything. And now a man still feel ashamed and still self-medicating by a different name. Really hope the kids don't inherit that specific pain. I can't lie, sometimes I wish I didn't exist. I think of all the flyness that I would have missed. I put that on the love of the kids. I wouldn't trade women into this. My people are going through it. My family going through it. My loved ones going through it. And I don't see how they do it. And my people are going through it. My family going through it. My loved ones going through it. I don't see how they do it. Huh? Yeah. Hey. song, never leave me alone, y'all. I say, come on, baby, throw me a bone. I sing your song, never leave me alone, y'all. And I promise if you take me home, I sing your song and never leave me alone, y'all. Say, come on, baby, throw me a bone. Sing your song, never leave me alone. In about 4 seconds, a fat albino Muslim will begin to speak. That's my I appreciate you guys. Never said I had no business in mind. I just don't believe that quitting time exists and ain't no finish line to this. Better give me mine, I really shine. My given time is this. Live and die with the grind, driven by the fist. Where do you place my name if I never played your game? We don't face the same. I don't run inside no painted lane. Your pace is strange. You either stop or you sprint. Run when it's sunny and hide if it changes the rain. Wouldn't be half the oddie that I am. I slow myself up and try competing with these people, fam. Every bit as unconcerned as they are unprepared. Marcus flooded, needless to say, I wasn't scared. Let's all drop the same day, see if your brother care. Put listening stations in the mosque and let the public hear. Better yet, let's have an in-store performance. Make it oranges to oranges, meet dwarf and orange orange. We gon' shoot the gift with our supporters. See how many more dishes of yours the indie stores order. You already know I'll rap them. On the low, we outwork, outthink, and outclass them. Take me home, I'ma sing you a song, never leave me alone, y'all. Say, come on, baby, throw me a bone. Sing your song, never leave me alone, y'all. And I promise if you take me home, sing your song, never leave me alone, y'all. Say, come on, baby, throw me a bone. Sing your song, never leave me alone. Do y'all feel all right? You feel okay? Are you okay? It's of foremost importance. There is none like unto the brother out this funky mother regardless. Stop all the nonsense. You see me lounging. Call Ron, say his office. I've officially lost it. This ain't my reputation precede me. Don't know the meaning of off season. Ain't taking it easy. Ain't taking a day off. Never had an off night. Never been laid off. I live on a job site. It all pays off the when I squint through the spotlight. See your lips are moving to the tune that I write. We gon' be alright. Every night of my life is my night. I view the future like it's hindsight. I ain't waiting, I'm patiently persevering. I see greatness in the person in the mirror very clearly. And that's why I take this so seriously. Come here, man, truly, truly, truly. And I promise if you take me home, sing your song, never leave me alone, y'all. Say, come on, baby, throw me a bone. I sing your song, never leave me alone. And I promise if you take me home, sing your song, and never leave me alone, y'all. Come on, baby, throw me a bone. Sing your song, never, never, never. Yes, yes, yeah. You don't stop. Keep on to the. Yes, yes, yeah. You don't stop. Keep. I forgot about this. In the name of love. For the love of love. I want it all real, nothing fake, please. I don't want to wonder what your handshake means. I don't need to say everything I think I must. My ego's trying to ruin everything I touch. Or what I mean, though, and what my point is, that you're much more important than my point is. If I win an argument and lose your heart, Lord, I hit the bullseye on the wrong dartboard. I want to thank everyone for being patient with me. It's a journey that I'm on, I pray you take it with me. And to quote myself, that's what this is about. We live, learn, and figure it out. And take your hands, put them up. In the love of love. Said for the love of love. I want the real love, not the false kind, not the one that needs perfectness at all times. When it seems most difficult to keep me close, it's probably the time that I need you most. I let you down though, I didn't mean to. Even the people who try, we get weak too. And when you said we were family, I believed you, because I needed so bad for it to be true. It's my heart that way, would I try to betray? Is there any such thing as an honest mistake? If what you need and what I have don't match, that's when we need the love thing to fill those gaps and put them up. For the love of love. Take the hands, put them up. For the love of love. Put them. For the love of love. love, love, for the love of love. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق خاتم لما سبق الناس للحق بالحق هذه الصراط المستقيم. You all good? You feel good? Thank you, man. Thank you, everyone. We're very grateful to be here because we're commemorating so many different things all at once. Obviously, the 25th anniversary of the passing of the Americans with Disability Act. Something that, yeah, that's a beautiful thing. It's interesting. I remember one time, I had heard about this act growing up because I'm albino. I'm not the Kentucky Fried Chicken man. This is what I really look like. And so I remember hearing about this act growing up. My mother used to talk about it from time to time. And she especially did it when somebody in school didn't want to let me do something that I needed to do. And I just kind of heard. I never really thought anything about it. And then one time I was applying for a job. And I was like maybe 20. I've been on my own and married with kids and stuff since I was little, like a teenager. And I was like 20 and I was applying for this job and I needed this job really bad. And they had me take like a typing test. And I could type, especially then. Like I could really type, like not just like, not like, you know, my first computer type, but like I could type. But I couldn't read the thing on the page. And so they were like, well, you can't pass the test, you can't have the job. And I knew I would be good for this job. And so I don't know where it came from, but from all those years of hearing my mother talk about it, my mouth just started going, the Americans with Disabilities Act, and the people were like, hold on, we get it. And they came back and they had a meeting and they came back and I got the job. So that was cool. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I quit. I can't remember. But I got it. That's what matters. Yeah. Also, this is very special because, you know, the Muslims are celebrating. We have two major holidays every year that are called Eid, which means reoccurring joy. You know, like when you have, you know, a few times a year you get together with your family and your friends and your community, and it's called that reoccurring joy. And this particular one is that we just finished the month of Ramadan, and so this is one of our biggest holidays. We have two of them. The other one is in Hajj season, when people make their pilgrimage to Mecca. And both of them are based around being connected with the Creator, but also being connected with all of humanity. Because those of us like me that are fat and from privileged countries where we eat too much food, you know, half of the world is starving to death, the other half are eating themselves to death. Isn't that interesting? Everybody would live if we would just maybe share some food. But I'm on the eat myself to death half of the world, unfortunately or fortunately. And so this is a time when we try to discipline our egos and our desires by starving. And that's what we did for a long time. And then the other one is when people from all over the world meet in that holy city, Mecca. But, so when they invited us, my wife is here with me too, and we're like, man, do we leave the kids and do we miss that? But something about it felt very, very special, and so we wanted to be here. And so we thank you very much for being here and for coming, and we greatly appreciate it. We're going to do some songs now that are of a little bit more political. Thank you. We're going to do some songs now that are of a little bit more political nature, and we don't ask you to necessarily agree or disagree, and what's most important is that our hearts connect, even if we understand the world a little bit differently. We're going to do some songs that are about very real things to oppress people, things like violence. We have a song that we're going to do in a few minutes that talks about violence specifically. And I, as a Muslim, I'm very troubled and I'm very heartbroken when people, in the name of this beautiful wisdom tradition that I joined, I wasn't born into this, I joined this wisdom tradition, this community of Islam. And it tears me up when people commit violence in the name of my dear beloved Prophet Muhammad, praise and peace be upon him. There are also a few things that questions that come to mind. And I wonder, I as a person who live around Muslims, and one in every 5 people in the world is a Muslim. And it's the largest growing community, religious community in America. And I see beautiful things that Muslims do all of the time. And I know that the public never hears about them. And so there's always this conversation like, why don't the Muslims come out against these things? Every major Islamic figure around the world and every major Islamic institution always denounces these things and always decries these things, but they don't reach us. And so that's very interesting and troubling to me. Also, I'd like to point out that terrorism has many different names. And Peter Ustinov wrote that terrorism is the war of the poor and warfare is also the terrorism of the rich. The police in this country, for example, have shot and killed 500 citizens this year. There have only been There have been exactly 9 days since, remember New Year's Eve when we were celebrating? There have been 9 days when a armed officer of the state has not killed a citizen in this country. 9 days. 500 human beings have been killed. And if you're from a community like me also, that because I have the complexion for the protection, so it's not something that I personally in my physical body have to worry about. But my beloved friends and family are not in that situation. And so to them, not only is that terrorism, not only do many people experience that as terrorism, but it's state-sponsored terrorism in the place where we live. So that not only if they're not being killed, but people are living under terror in this society as well. Terrorism and violence is a problem all over the world. So when I speak out against these things, I don't want anybody to feel troubled, except for to the degree that we've become complacent and we've become what Dr. West, Cornel West said on my album, well-adjusted to injustice and well-adapted to indifference. So if we become adjusted to this, then we ought to be a little unsettled. And so if some of the things that we say or others say are unsettling, there may be good in that. It may be good to be woken up. Sometimes it's good to get a little cold water on the face when we're sleepwalking. And if we make any mistakes, then please forgive us. And if we offend anybody, then please be patient with us, okay? Thank you very much. Let's keep going. So this song is called Uncle Sam Goddamn. And when this song came out, I was in Australia, and the Department of Homeland Security took my money and forced me to register with them so that they could track me everywhere I go. And I've never committed a crime, only one time protesting, but I'm treated like a criminal, and it's because of this song. Welcome to the United Snakes, land of the thief, home of the slave. The Grand Imperial Guard, where the dollar is sacred and proud. It's swinging hard now, smoking mirrors, stripes and stars, stolen for the cross in the name of God. Bloodshed, genocide, rape and fraud, written to the pages of the law, good Lord. The cold continent latchkey child ran away one day and started acting foul. King of where the wild things are, daddy's proud. The Roman Empire done passed it down. Imported and tortured the workforce and never healed the wounds or shook the curse off. Now the grown-up Goliath nation holding open auditions for the part of David. Can you feel it, y'all? Nothing can save us. We question the rain, we get rushed in and chained up. Fist raised, but I must be insane. I can't figure a single goddamn way to change it, y'all. Welcome to the United Snakes, land of the thief, home of the slave. The Grand Imperial Guard, the dollar is sacred and power is God. Welcome to the United Snakes, land of the thief, home of the slave. The Grand Imperial Guard, the dollar is sacred and power is. All must bow to the fat and lazy. You obey me, and why do they hate me? Who me? Only 2 generations away from the world's most despicable slavery trade. Pioneered so many ways to degrade a human being. It can't be changed to this day. Legacy so ingrained in the way that we think. We no longer need chains to be slaves. Lord, it's a shameful display. The overseers even getting raped along the way because their children can't escape from the pain. They're born with this poison, it's hatred in their veins. Try and separate a man from his soul. You only strengthen him and lose your own. Shoot that sucker if he walking in a throne. Remind him that this is my home now. In the United Snakes, land of the thief, home of the slave. The Grand Imperial Guard, the dollar is sacred and power is God. We ain't run money from the snakes, land of the thief, home of the slaves. The Grand Imperial Guard, where the dollar is sacred and power is. We ain't giving money to these bums on the corner with a sign bleeding from their gums and say it's because we don't support a crackhead. What you think happens to the money from your taxes? Our government's an addict, except they got $1 billion week killing brown people habit. Obama say he's taking terrorists down, but what about them terrorists that killed Michael Brown? Man, I'm still hustling backwards. At the end of the year, that up what they subtracted. 3 out of 12 months, my salaries pays for that madness. Man, that's savage. What's left, get a big-ass plasma and check out where they laid Dan rather point his damn camera. Only approved questions get answered. Stand yourself up for that national anthem, y'all. Welcome to the United Snakes, land of the thief, home slave. The grand imperial guard, where the dollar is sacred and power is God. Welcome to the United Snakes, land of the thief, home of the slave. The grand imperial guard, the dollar is sacred and power is God. Thank you.
It'll be balance or it'll be books. It'll be liberty or it will be death. The only difference between this kind of death, it'll be reciprocal. That's one of Brother Lomax's words. I know it. I don't usually deal with those big words because I don't usually deal with big people.
Hey, yeah, yes, yeah, right, right. Murder, murder, murder. Kill, kill, kill. Cannibals walk the earth and get ill, blood spill. Eyes sunk deep in their skull, their bones chill. Fuel for survival, most for the thrill. Terrorism is the war of the poor. But hold up a minute so that script gets flipped. Cause when it's in reverse, it ain't wrong no more. Cause warfare's the terrorism of the rich. Who's a true gorilla? The bomb is on your body, killing innocent civilians. A life is a life and a killer is a killer. You gotta just chill and push a button, kill a million. See the anguish of the parents when they're carrying the body of a baby that they cherish. When innocent people perish. It's a very thin line between a soldier and a terrorist. Murder, murder, kill, kill, kill. Death and destruction, a cat get peeled. Harm and heal, destroy and rebuild. Shots still ringing out and blood still spill. Murder, murder, kill, kill, kill. Death and destruction, a cat get peeled. Harm and heal, destroy and rebuild. Shots still ring out. Water dry, speeding, shots. All they know is all they ever do is murder. Now that society forgot you when they locked you in an obstacle course where nothing's possible. If you slip up and they caught you, they got boxes where they lock you, make $1 million off you. They rule you to rule the school, they gon' screw you in a booth, shoot electricity through you. And inject death into you. On television sets and just let it ooze through you. Every time a leader try to stand up for our freedom, someone clapping with the heater, their brain and back leaking. Ashamed and family grieving, the only way you see them, a displaced dream displayed in a museum. They say they built our nation for a reason and they stained it with the bleeding of slaves and never seen it. I'm not hating, I still wanna believe it. I'm not trying to leave it, I just call it how I see it. Murder, murder, kill, kill, kill. Death and destruction, a cat get peeled. Harm and heal, destroy and rebuild. Shots still living out and rock still kill. Murder, murder, kill, kill, kill. Death and destruction, a cat get peeled. Harm and heal, destroy and rebuild. Shots still ringing out and blood still. Still.
6 million ways to die. 6 million ways to die.
This is a song about terrorism in its own way as well. Country where 1 in 3 women experience sexual violence in their lives. Among women of color, it's half. There's big pieces of her life she can't remember. Her mind shuts down, is trying to protect her. Might be for the best to forget, but seems like they always reappear when she least expects. Late nights we lay awake, drowning in a lake that pours out of her face. Years later, she's still not safe. Memories leak out anytime, any place. The way he smelled, the way he smiled. the evil she even recognized as a child. The tug on her throat, the sting of a fist. Instead of her first kiss, she got this shameful feeling, painful secret, lonely knowing that nobody would believe it. Every wound that escapes a time capsule hurts like the day it was born and it's brand new. I wasn't there, baby girl, but I'm here. I don't know what to say, I just hear. If there's one thing that I would make true, I'd tighten that pain and take it all for you now. Don't run, baby girl, don't run. You gotta face what you're fighting head on. Only one thing that I would say in truth is deal with your demons before they deal with you. How can she find peace in her mind? Love means returning to the scene of a crime. I can feel it inside. We reopen wounds every time we intertwine. Such an evil design. You can't even enjoy the sweetness you find. Trying to see through the tears in your eyes. Rebuild your shrine one piece at a time. E and the K made it all fade away. Colors don't burn no more, it's all gray. Can't find heaven from within that shell. It's enough of a blessing just not seeing hell. Constant inner dialogue says, just end this roller coaster ride you're on. Only one solution seems final. Slide to a pit where your pain can't find you. I wasn't there, baby girl, but I'm here. I don't know what to say, I just hear. If there's one thing I would say in truth, it's deal with your demons before they deal with you. Don't run, baby girl, don't run. You gotta face what you're fighting head on. Only one thing I would say in truth is deal with your demons before they deal with you.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق خاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهدي لصراط المستقيم. We don't believe in victims, we believe in survivors. We don't believe in victims, we believe in survivors. Listen, she said if I was meant to die, he would have killed me. There must be a reason that I still breathe. I don't have what it takes to rebuild me. I still believe one day that I can feel free, that my body can be mine again. My eyes can learn how to shine again. My inner child won't have to hide. And then when I'm strong, that love can be invited in. Sweet God, that's all I ask of thee. I'm willing to give what you demand of me, and ready to embrace the reality. Life doesn't always turn out how it's planned to be. I didn't ask for what was handed me. Only one that can grant happiness is me. What it takes for y'all to face a day, I can only hope to be half that brave. I wasn't there, baby girl, but I'm here. I don't know what to say, I just hear. If there's one thing I would say in truth, it's deal with your demons before they deal with you. Don't run, baby girl, don't run. You gotta face what you're fighting head on. Only one thing I would say in truth is deal with your demons before they deal with you. We don't believe in victims, we believe in survivors. We don't believe in victims, we believe in survivors. We don't believe in victims, we believe in survivors. We are not victims, we are survivors. Thank you very much. How many people in here tonight ever been in love with a crazy person? Can I hear some testimonial? Won't you clap? Everybody can see you. How many people ever been the crazy one that somebody got to be in love with? How many been both in the same relationship? You take turns being crazy. You're crazy for a while, then they're crazy, and then you take turns. Till somebody says, bye. You ain't never gonna see me again if I can help it. Little fella, take it easy. Fresh out of forest tears, kisses and hugs. You're about to lose the company your misery loves. I ain't never done nothing but try to kill your disease. At least help the symptoms dead. You infected me. I'm not the kind of man to draw a line in the sand. If you gotta draw it all, then it's time for you to scram. P.S. You can keep all of this shit and hang around your broke friends, call yourself rich. The struggling I did with you was all for nothing. It was never enough, your heart set on suffering. I admit that I was weak in the beginning. I wanted someone to need me instead of a friendship. I didn't think I deserved a true partner, so I transferred the arrangement I had with my mama. Since you never listened to a word I ever said, maybe seeing this door slam will get it through your head.
I don't love you, I don't think I ever did. And if you hadn't tried to kill me, I'd have stayed for the kids. Shit. There's nothing more for us to say. Got my mind made up, I'm walking away. Sometimes I think we outgrow the role that we play. I'ma have a happy ending to your story one day now. There's nothing more for us to say. I got my mind made up, I'm walking away. Sometimes I think we outgrow the role that we play. Hope you have a happy ending to your story someday. Yeah. Maybe that's what it's about, is loving crazy people with your crazy self. Find a way to make that work out. Running round and round we used to go. I never made you right or made enough bread. Yeah, I know. If I'm such a bastard and mistreated you so, then how is it you're losing your mind to see me go? Truth be told, I held you together for 10 long years and I cheated on you. Never defended your honor and took in your mama when she tried to rehab. Had your back through that drama, but you got a 6 stone under your ribs. Where a heart is supposed to live. Sick, twisted, and oh my God. And since you never listened to a word I ever said, maybe seeing this door slam will get it through your head. You don't love me, I don't think you ever did. And if you hadn't tried to kill me, I'd have stayed for the kids. If you never listened to a word I ever said, maybe seeing this door slam will get it through your head. I don't love you, I don't think I ever did. And if you hadn't tried to kill me, I'd have stayed for the kids. There's nothing more for us to say. Got my mind made up, I'm walking away. Sometimes I think we outgrow the role that we play. Hope you find a happy ending to your story someday. Now, there's nothing more for us to say. Got my mind made up, I'm walking away. Sometimes I think we outgrow the role that we play. Hope you find a happy ending to your story someday. Yeah. So I never told the world that the first time I toured, I came home to find that my son had been ignored. 2 years old, got a hold of water you were aboard and burned his little head and face up while you snored. You were afraid of bringing him to the hospital because 2 weeks ago your mom called the cops on you. Child Protection paid a visit and ruled that the crib was unfit to raise kids in. I was working 12-hour days at the gig then. You were unemployed, all null and void. Now, I ain't trying to be no Sigmund Freud, but ain't you supposed to have instincts when it comes to your boy? I called a cab and took him to county hospital. They shaved hair and burnt flesh off his skull, held him overnight to fight infection. I slept sitting up in a chair directly next to him. I just knew you would join us, but instead hopped your ass on a bus, went home and went to bed. That's the very moment I divorced you in my head. God might forgive you for that. I never did, but I told my son, I said, Fahim, we can see the throne from here. I may never sit there, but brother, you're the heir. Pull up a chair, let Pop bend your ear. Here, baby, dry those tears. I know you wonder why your mother does the things that she do. Well, it's not because she doesn't love you. It's because she grew up in something they call foster care. That's when strangers raise you. Your mom's not there. Imagine how she felt when she was your age, going from place to place, never feeling safe, never having love, never having faith. She probably thought this world was a big, scary place. Where was her mommy at? That's kind of sad. She used drugs to forget the problem she had. They had a new one back then they called crack. And once you tried, there was almost no coming back. She couldn't be the mommy she wanted to be. She was chasing that high, all in the streets. I won't tell you no lie. Real is all I be. I believe only the truth can set you free. There's a whole lot of pain in your bloodline, but there's a whole lot of strength in that sunshine. Lean back, let that new day greet you, because you're standing on the shoulders of a people who've been beat down and treated unequal, but the prayer that they made now has reached you. It's plain to see it's true. Beautiful prince, I wish they could see you. Dear black son, dear black son, there's people you've never met who fear and hate you for something that you never did. And these people are so self-convinced, sometimes they pull a trigger, call that self-defense. And in that sad insanity, their fear is realer to them than your humanity. But that's their problem, it's not yours. Listen to your Pop 4 second. These are the confessions of a father brokenhearted who don't know how to pull his only son out of a target. They lied when they said it was the bottom where you started. You were a king long before them ships departed. You are not defined by anybody else's crimes. And you don't need to answer for what happens in their mind. minds. You are not confined by their imaginary lines. You don't need permission to exist with the divine. In fact, you don't need permission from no one, including me. You need not do anything but be. Just breathe. Whatever you dream, let it mean you're free. Tears on your cheek never made nobody weak. Sometimes you gotta grieve, let it burn, let it bleed, then let yourself heal. Pray to God that it will. You got a spirit that a bullet can't kill. That doesn't make it any less real. They say it takes a man to raise a man. You're slipping through my hands like grains of sand. And here I stand, trying to wrestle with this hourglass. Maybe see how long I can make an hour last. They say it takes a man to raise a man. You're slipping through my hands like grains of sand. And here I stand, trying to wrestle with this hourglass. Maybe see how long I can make an hour last. Dear black son, I can't protect you like I want to. I never judge you. All that I can do is love you. And that's all anyone can ever do is love you. All I can do is wonder, how could anyone not love you? They recognize divine in you, so they try to find themselves by defining you. They're living in a myth that they don't want to lose, and now they're too terrified to face your kind of truth. But every single time you shine, it's proof that they might have threw a chain around your body, never conquered you. They don't always honor you, but they love your culture. Let me show you how to move when them laws approach you. It's best to keep your hands where they can see them and try to understand that you're not even what they're peeping. They don't see a sweet kid that loves his little sister. Their mind is seeing 500 years of pictures. In fact, they don't visualize a kid. They see grown man imagery, mythic masculinity. But you are not their fetishes or fears, nor my ambitions and tears. Nothing can interfere. We gotta love these seeds once we sow them. We hold them when they're growing, but we never really own them. We love up on them and play with them, pray for them, and cling very closely to their moments. They say it takes a man to raise a man. You're slipping through my hands like grains of sand, and here I stand, trying to wrestle with this hourglass. Maybe see how long I can make an hour last. Dear black son. So thank you very much. Thank you for coming here. And thank you for being here. And thank you for spending your Saturday evening with us. And for everybody that put this together, I want to thank you very much for inviting us. And hopefully we've done what you asked us to come here to do. And hopefully you all got what you wanted. And we appreciate you very much. We're going to do a few more joints. Thank you, my friend. We're going to do a few more joints. And then we'll come out here, and anybody that wants to talk, we would love to talk and meet anybody that has a few extra moments. So we're going to do a few more songs, and then we're done. And I just want to thank you very much. Peace. Let's go. Yeah. I have a song called Forrest Whitaker, and it says, whatever comes up, comes out. We don't put our hands over our mouth, no. We say whatever comes up, comes out. And we don't put our hands over our mouth, no. And whatever comes up, comes out, Lord. We don't put our hands. You gotta love a person that's your own party wherever you go, man. I'm trying to hang out with you, man. That's real. That's what's up. I aspire to be more like you. I aspire to wherever I go, it's a party. Hey, yo, depending on the day, depending on what I ate, I'm anywhere from 20 to 35 pounds overweight. Look, I got red eyes and one of them's lazy. They both squint when the sun shines, so I look crazy. I'm albino, y'all. I know I'm pink and pale. Hairy as hell everywhere but fingernails. Shoot, I shave a cranium that ain't quite shaped right. Face tight and shiny, I stay up and write late nights. My wardrobe is jeans and faded shirts. A mixture of this thing with my heroes and what I wear to work. I'm not neat and got a neck full of razor bumps. Not the classic profile of what the ladies want. You might think I'm depressed as can be, but when I look in that mirror, I see sexy ass me. And if that's something y'all can't respect, then that's peace. My life's better without them, actually. To everyone out here, that's a little different. We say, damn a magazine, these are God's fingerprints. You call me ugly, but can't take nothing from me. I am what I am, DC. You ain't got to love me. Can somebody please say, amen? Say amen. Say hallelujah. Say alhamdulillah. Not saying that one, huh? It's just hallelujah. It's the same thing. It's just Arabic. That's all right. And I'ma be all right. You ain't got to be my friend tonight. You ain't gotta love me, y'all. I'ma be okay. You would probably bore me anyway. You ain't gotta love me. And I'ma be all right. You ain't got to be my friend tonight. You ain't gotta love me, y'all. I'ma be okay. You would probably bore me anyway. You ain't gotta love me, no. I'ma be all right. You ain't got to be my friend tonight. You ain't gotta love me, no. I'ma be okay. You would probably bore me anyway. You ain't gotta love me. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. I'ma be all right. Ain't gotta be my friend tonight. You ain't gotta love me, no. I'ma be okay. Yeah, thank you. Be somebody to make people notice me at the party and not be just the new kid that's albino. To make them say, yeah, I know, but have you heard him rhyme though? And now I take that same party around the globe, and my story's connected with a lot of folks. I hope so, cause that's the only thing that I know. I know him so well, I tell him with my eyes closed. I go with the feeling from the start. Blind in my eyes, so I see you with my heart. To me, all of y'all look exactly the same. Fear, faith, compassion, and pain. Try your sweet name to mask it with names, such as your religion or your class or your race. The same color blood just passed through our veins. Tears taste the same when they splash on your face. The world's getting too small to stand in one place. It's like we're roommates just sharing a space. Can't celebrate and still carry the weight. Gotta heal, get away from that fear and that pain. And gotta stay free from the chains. You see what remains, just a human being, end of the day. It don't matter to me what name you gave your spiritual plane. Close your eyes so you see what I'm saying. I started rhyming just to be somebody, and found out that I already was. Can't nobody be free unless we're all free. It's no me and no you, it's just us. Street preacher, what a fan once called me. I've been called worse, I try to live. Thank y'all for listening to these stories. Swear to God, y'all are trying to win. Love. 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 This is a disc jockey. DJ, his name is Last Word. We're from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thank you all very much. Peace.